Last week we talked about the idea, the Buddhism teaching, Four Noble Truths. Today I'd like to get into this topic more deeply about the first noble truth, suffering. Understanding the truth of suffering. What a terrible word, huh? But you may get a different idea today. Before we talk about it, I'd like to mention a story. One person come to a monastery, try to practicing meditation. And the head monk say, yes, that's all right. One thing you have to agree with is to practicing silently. Every 3 years you can only allow to speak 2 words. So, would you do that? Every 3 years? 2 words? No way, right? Too harsh.
Easier for me.
He's pushing it today.
So this person agree with that and stay. 3 years pass by, and he come to the head monk, and the head monk asks, what do you like to say? He said, bed hard. Sleeping bed is hard. Then he go back and practicing more. And time went by quickly, and 3 years went by. Come back to the head monk again. What did you like to say? Food, bad. I still hanging there and go back and practicing more. 3 years gone by again, and come to the head monk. This time, what do you like to say? The surrounding, noisy. Wow. But he's still hanging there. And go back practicing more. Another 3 years pass by. Come back to the head monk. What did you like to say to this time? Do you know what he said? I quit. Finally the words come out from him. Waiting for so long. And the head monk say something at this time. He said, during these 12 years, you have learned nothing but complaint. But you know, since then, and every monastery become very good. Because they change their bed to become soft, and all the food become very delicious, and the environment, you see all the monastery all located in a very peaceful environment, right? Yeah, so we have to appreciate this particular person, right? So we like to know, in our lifetime, do we complain a lot? Complaint means unsatisfactory, right? Am I saying correct? Unsatisfactory, yes. And inevitably, unsatisfactory bring us sufferings or lead to sufferings. And we know, as a human being, we have the physical sufferings and the mental sufferings. In Buddhism, talk about 8 sufferings. They all associate with our physical suffering and mental sufferings. There are 8 sufferings. So if you want to leave now, you may go. Because we are going to talk 8 sufferings. The first one is the suffering of the birth. It's very strange to me. It is to know that why all the baby, when they came out, they were all crying. Do you know? Do you know why? Can you remember when you came out, you were crying? No? I do remember. I remember I didn't want to come out because I know once I come out, then I have to struggling so hard. You know, staying in mother's womb so comfortably, food was provided and very safe. Safety is there. So I didn't want to come out. Struggling, work out very hard, and maybe encounter a lot of problems. But all of a sudden I heard a voice saying, yes, if you come out, you may need to work hard, struggling a lot, facing problems. But do you know, if you come out, you are able to open your eyes to see the world, to experience different things, and most importantly, you are able to open your inner eyes. That's most importantly. When I heard this voice, and I decided to come out. You know what I mean inside inner eyes, right? Is the baby inside the mother's womb? Close the eyes or open the eyes? Eyes are always closed. No chance at all to see the world. The eyes was closed, no chance at all to open your inner eyes. Of course, this is the story I make up. I just want you to know, yes, we may struggling, we may fighting, we may encounter conflicts, but we do have great opportunities. Open our eyes and our inner eyes, not only physical eyes. Once our inner eyes open, that's the moment we get awakening, not deluded by all the phenomenon things. So the suffering of being birth. So I think, how many mothers are here? Raise your hands, please. Thank you. Fathers too, huh? But I think mothers understand more about why baby were crying when they come out, right? Any one of you, the baby was not crying? Huh? Yours? Crying? Huh? Why? Why baby were crying? You don't know? Huh? Crying in order to get the airs into the lung. The lung, yes. That's one good reason. Smack. If they don't cry, I'll smack them. Is that what you do?
Straight away they're suffering.
While the baby come out, the first thing is not being kissed, but being smacked. Huh? Why don't laughing? I was thinking, yes, you know in Buddhism that we talk about reincarnation. Any one of you want to come back to the next life? Make a vow if you want to come back to next life. Come back with smiling and laughing. Then the doctor and the nurse maybe run away. What a freak. So the moment we were born, we were crying. Life may be suffering, huh? The insecure of the baby, separation from the mother, facing the unknown. They are all I think the key points for the baby are crying unconsciously. Of course, mention about getting the air into the lung. The second one is the suffering of being aged. How many of you here you like being old? What are you saying? We are all very young. Kevin, what did you say? You like being old? No?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Can you tell us the reason?
Life's good.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good. Yeah.
You are what you are. You must accept what you are.
We have wise holy men here. So if you ever have a problem, you know who to turn into, right? You don't need to come to me. I'm not wise enough. But we know in our society, in every country, a lot of people doesn't like being old. Because being old means you lost everything, all the goodies being young. Being old means close to what? Death. The fear. Being old means parting from our what? Loved ones. That's why in our societies a lot of the things invent in order to prevent people being old. What did you say? That cosmetic surgeries or operation. A lot of goods make you younger. I can tell you one secret of making you immediately from old to young. Do you like to try?
Photo shop.
No. There is an old grandpa come to live in the country, come to the city to see his grandchildren. He never been to city before, and grandchildren live in tall buildings, 50 stories. Grandpa never been to city, and he luckily found the buildings. But he didn't know how to use the elevator, so he stand outside the elevator. And all of a sudden there is old ladies come and walk into a box. You know what is the box, right? Elevator. And the door closed. And 10 seconds later, there is a young, beautiful lady coming out. And old grandpa was, you can look at his face, was totally shocked and surprised. And he turned around and go away and say, I'm going to tell my wife to come here. So you know where to find that machine, right? To make you younger. I think Kevin is right. Being old is the life process. Everything in our phenomenal world, in our universe, has to go through birth, growing up, decaying, become old, and finally what? Disappearing or die. Nothing can prevent that. That's the life process. So, like now, I have the white hair, and I have the ankles, starting getting ankles. Huh? Wrinkles. Wrinkles. Sorry, wrinkles. You see, I don't like that. Unconsciously, so I say ankles. Wrinkles. Yeah. That's why every time you come to practice meditation, I will say, massage your forehead. Get rid of all the wrinkles. But wrinkles is beautiful, isn't that, Kevin? Wrinkles, right? What does it mean? It means our life experience. It means wisdom, right? It means our life itself. Yeah. If we can truly understanding that, we are not afraid of being old at all. Third is the suffering of being sickness. Any one of you here like being sick? Raise your hand. I will bow to you. No one. And sickness, we know, is like the story I mentioned to you. First arrow come to us. And our mentally, psychologically, we react to it, respond to it, and that bring to the second arrow, third arrow, keep coming us. Because we don't like it. How come it happened to us? How come it happened to me? Against it, resist it, bring more sufferings. And where is the sickness come from? Do you know? Chinese saying is that sickness comes from mouth. 病从口入. Sickness comes because the food we take, we ingest, make us sick. But we also need to realize all the sense faculties. Sense faculty means our eyes, our ears, our smelling faculty, nose, our mouth, our body, even our mind, 6 faculties can all also become sick if we don't ingest the information, the data, the food correctly. Right? Mind can get sick, right? If we have the wrong view. If our mind becomes discriminating, become biased, that is very sick, right? So now I know a lot of people realize we need to have an alkaline body. Have you heard about it? Alkaline body, 碱性的身体, alkaline body. Alkaline. Am I saying it correct?
Yes.
Alkaline, yes. Why is the alkaline body? You know? Means healthy food, light food. The food we ingest make our body more healthy. And some of them say that cancer are very difficult to developing or grow in an alkaline body. And we also need to have not only alkaline body, but also alkaline mind. Healthy mind. Alkaline mind. What else we need to have? Alkaline environment. The alkaline body, alkaline mind make the alkaline environment, surroundings, society, nations, the whole world. People talk harshly. That is what? Acid. People are being indifferent to each other. What is that? Acid. not kind to each other when things are happen, that's acid. Acid body, acid mind, acid environment. And you know acid is very awful, right? And the next one is the suffering of being dead. Why? Most of people are scared of death. Why? Can you say anything? Why we are scared of death? Anyone here, you are not scared of death? Everyone. Then why? Can you tell me? Unknown. Don't know what happened. Unknown. What else?
Could be painful.
Could be painful. Yes, we heard about too much about death.
Afraid to leave everybody and lose everything.
Parting from everything we love. It's about the willing to go and not willing to go. If we are willing to go, you will make the death processing much easier. If we are not willing to go, become very difficult. You are hanging there, you attach to something in your mind. A father is dying, call his son to come to the bed. Pa, what do you want to say to me? Son, you have to revenge for me. What's happened? You know our neighbor, Mr. Wang. What did Mr. Wang do to you? Remember 10 years ago? When our neighbor, Mr. Zhang, the daughter was married. He has a nice banquet feast to all the communities. And Mr. Wang and I just sit together on the same table. And there is a very delicious dishes come up. It's a fried pork meat with all the delicious seasonings. And you know your father loves that kind of dish. And Mr. Wang picked up the last pork away from the plate. And the son said, why don't you pick it up? Because I have one pork on my chopstick. And why don't you put it into your mouth? Because I have another one in my mouth. I'm chewing it. Or why don't you swallow it into your stomach? I have too many already in my stomach. What can you do? 10 years later, these things still keep in mind. And the father said, the son said, it's already 10 years. And the father said, no, it's yesterday. 10 years is like yesterday. You see? If we are unwilling to let it go, then become more difficult. Once you realize, let it go, no problem. Much easier. Die right away. A lot of very beautiful story in the Zen school. The master just sitting there and just die like this. You want to see that? You want me to demonstrate for you? Come back 50 years later. I will demonstrate for you, okay? I'm 47, right? 50 years later. All right. Next one is how many we have gone by? Huh? 4. Thank you. The fifth one is suffering of being aparting with our loved ones. With our loved ones. You know, even the person has already left us. But he or she still lives inside of us. That is the trouble. We are unwilling to let him or let her go. Hanging on there. Why? Too much love? Too much memories? Why? It's there. You know how to let it go? Can I teach you? Can you tell me how can I hold these things in my hand? I'm holding it, right? Can I hold it this way? Can I hold it this way? Can I hold it this way? Every time you hold it like this, your hand become like what? Become like handicap. Become like crippled. Because you have to, in order to hold these things, you have to hold your hand like this all the time, right? And your hand is not flexible anymore. That's why I mean become cripples, right? Become handicapped, right? If you hold your hands like this all the time, your hand cannot function properly. Don't even mention if you hold this like this. What's happened? Tension. Painful, right? Can you tell me how to let this one go? Turn, right? And remember, when you turn, don't hit yourself. It's that simple. And it's dropped down. Once it's dropped down, your hands is what? Empty and what? Useful and free and flexible. That's the idea, that's the insight, that's the realization. But saying is so easy, doing is so difficult. So what can we do? Come back next week. Thank you, Lee. You have to practicing. Turn your hands all the time. Remember that. Every time you're holding it, remember the hands become crippled, handicapped. When you just turn around, then drop down immediately. Then the hand becomes free, flexible. It's just like our mind. Once the mind becomes empty, more space. The mind becomes free, flexible, open up, allow anything to come in. If the mind is crippled, handicapped, it's immediately closed down. A closed down mind wouldn't be able to see things as they are, wouldn't be able to perceive the beauty of everything manifesting in front of you. Is your mind open now? Can you see the beauty in front of you? Huh? Yeah? What did you see? I didn't say anything. The beauty of the Buddha. the beauty of the Buddha tables. Of course, the beauty of Kevin, I don't need you to boosting my ego. Sometimes you need to give yourself a little bit confidence, no? That's the suffering of being aparting from our loved one. How do you get some ideas how to let it go? Hanging there, attached to that, it's not going to help at all. I remember a great nun, Buddhist nun called Pema Chodron. She wrote many books. Become a Buddhist nun for 40 years already. She always liked to mention her personal life because her husband left her. She was so angry. She threw a glass, water. So angry. But she said she is not angry anymore because she become a nun and she is able to practice meditation and Buddhism teaching. And now she is very appreciative what happened to her. So you never know, really never know. Depends on how you perceive it, how you take it. Next one is the suffering of being with the despised one, the people we don't like. Always being together with them. Have you had this experience?
Yes.
How come, the people we like are parting from us, away from us, and the people we don't like are staying with us all the time. It's like our co-workers, our colleagues, our boss, not nice. And even our beloved one, our partners, our children. In the beginning they are lovely, but gradually become so unbearable. Why you are laughing? Huh? Oh. What's happened? In Chinese we say that the same energy attract to each other. In English, you may be saying that the same birds, what? Of a feather flock together. 物以类聚. So remember, the energy attract. If we have unwholesome energy, we attract unwholesome energy. If we do have wholesome energy, attract the wholesome energies. See, I'm so lucky. I attract so many wholesome, beautiful people here. So it's like, we have a cup of the salty water. What can you do to make that salty water, the cup of salty water, become not salty? What can you do? Huh? Put more water. Salty water or fresh water? Or acid water? Fresh water, of course. That will reduce the amount of the salt. But what is the fresh water to you, to me? Where is that fresh water? We like to ask. Beautiful words. forgiveness, kindness, tolerance, right? You know, the fresh water for me is by doing the Tai Chi, sharing my experience, you know, about Tai Chi meditation and Buddhism teaching, and I attract people here, and I discover this is the karma I create, a beautiful karma, beautiful peoples, and that's the fresh water for me. So I don't know what will be the fresh water for you. What will be the fresh water? What will be the fresh water you create? Very important. Think about it. Each one create differently. The next one is being suffering of not getting what we want. Do you get what you want all the time? Now, can you tell me? I will give you 3 wishes. 3 wishes to get what you want. Do you like it? I'm glad you are not greedy. It's only the test. Not getting what we want brings suffering. The more we want, it seems the more we cannot get. And that wanting mind affects us tremendously. For example, I like sporting. Watch sport sometimes, like a golf. I think last week or a couple of weeks ago, just Alan, what's that golf tournament?
Golf tournament? In America, Augusta or somewhere.
A master, right? Master, thank you. And you realize, you discover that a lot of people in the beginning of first few days, they are doing a very good job, right? But last days, they all crushed, completely crushed. What's happened to them? You wonder. Isn't that the tense of getting what they want? In the beginning of the first couple of days, they just, they are not the best one, like the best one, they are supposed to get champion, but they're just doing their best, no pressure at all, and they are doing so well. But last day they realize, oh, I'm on the top of the leaderboard. I have the chance to put that green jacket, on me. So all the thoughts coming up, and that affect their performance on the last day. And people doing the, what do you call that? Shooting arrow? Archery. Thank you. You have to aim the target, right? And I heard, the moment you aim the target, the moment you have to empty your mind. If you have a little bit mind of wanting to get to the target, then your body tense up. Then you won't shoot or shot the target. That's how, the wanting mind affect our body, become tense. I think we all feel that. Do you have wanting mind? No? You sure? Oh, we will give a try, okay? There is a person that traveling for long distance, and at night he tried to find a place to stay, and he found a temple, a monastery, and the monks treat him very well, dinners and nice shower. So before he go to bed, he heard the sounds, beautiful sounds, like the sounds from the heaven. Very nice, very beautiful. Never heard before. So next days, he asked the monks. And the monks say, sorry, we couldn't tell you. Why? Because you are not a monk. So how can I become a monk? You have to travel all the world and find all the flowers in different countries and come back to us. And so this person, in order to find that magnificent, beautiful sounds, couldn't forget it. So he traveling. 30 years later, he come back with about 100 notebooks, written down all the flowers in different countries, thousands of them. So the monk say, okay, doing a good job, you can become a monk. So the head monk lead him. This person says, so you can lead me now, I'm a monk now, so you can lead me to find that magnificent sound. The head monk say, okay. So walk to the door. The door was locked. The head monk give him the key. So the person opened the door, try to find out. Once he opened the door, take a look. You know what he find out? Another door. Thank you. Another wise holy man here. So he look at the head monk. The head monk give him another key. Open up. What's inside the house? The room? Huh? What's inside the room? Huh? Another door. So he keep opening for 9 doors. At the 10th door, the head monk say, this is the last one. I promise. So the person was so happy. Get the key, open it, and take a look. He couldn't believe what he saw. The sun come out from such gorgeous, beautiful, magnificent. Do you like to know what is that? Huh? Yes? Sorry, I cannot tell you because you are not a monk. Do you like to shave your hair, Kevin? You don't have. You know why I become a monk, Kevin? Tell you the truth. I was like you, half shaved. It's already half shaved, so why not just give it the shave, shave my whole hair. So, what is the suffering we just mentioned? The 7th one? Wanting is not getting what you want. The last one is it's the suffering of the 5 skandhas. A skandha is the India word. It's the 5 aggregates. Aggregates is the English word. So what is 5 aggregates? Aggregates means stay together, interlock together. It's our physical forms. It's our feelings, sensations. It's our perceptions. It's our mental formations. And it's our consciousness. The 5 things come together. So if we encounter something that we don't like, the 5 skandhas, 5 aggregate, immediately reacting, interacting together. it's like the batteries, heating it up. Have you had this experience? When our body heating up? When we encounter something terrible we don't like? Then we cannot sleep anymore. We don't like the food. We don't like, It's like that. The suffering of the 5 skandhas. This is the 8 sufferings. I'm glad that you can still sitting here listen to me. I want to end today's talk by telling a story. A king, in order to show appreciation to his servant, he said that, I give you 1 day, you keep running. Wherever you run, I will give you the land to you. The land belongs to you. The servant was so happy. He kept running so fast, because he wants to get as much as he can. So he come back when sunset to the king. He run like crazy, like maniac. How do you say like crazy? Maniac. Yeah, run like maniac. When he come back, he died out of exhaustion. So these stories give us impact. I don't know what impact on you. We can only sleep on a what? Just this size bed, no more. Our stomach is this. What more we can take? Why we have to run like maniac? That's the wrong views, wrong perceptions bring us suffering. If you do have right view, right perceptions, right understandings, all the 8 sufferings are not sufferings anymore. Hope today's talk help you. Do you have any question? Sorry, we don't have time. Thank you very much. Can we slowly stand up and make a bow to each other, show respect and appreciation?